I mean, there's not even really that many lines that are really in English anyway. Alright, 2 minutes left on the giveaway. Okay, here we go. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Yay, Obsidian, thank you. I gotta go back and do your edits. Who's the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Kammer, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. What? Order! Mr. Von Kammer, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I call my witness now. Doing his voice as I was doing it before kind of hurts my tongue, which I bit, so it may sound a little bit different. Objection! It's great. 30 seconds left on the giveaway. He doesn't want to pay for parking. What? I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. It's so good. Witness, state your profession. Obsidian, come on. I am the proprietor of the new restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Wait, was this the voice I used for him last night? And I also rent boats. Or was it this one? Yeah, it was more like this one. All right. Yeah, you could. Yeah, Keith. Okay, Keith. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I hate that snot bubble sleep thing. I hate it so much. What are you talking about, Lantern? I'm sorry, we've been playing Phoenix Wright off and on for the past couple of days. We're now in the we're in the 4th episode of the first game. So, that's why you probably have no idea what the hell's going on. So I apologize for that. We're basically... Have you played any of the Phoenix Wright games, or are you familiar with them or anything?
Well, I'm not really sure. Yep.
What do you mean? Oh, Steel. He's on trial.
My memory.
Steel missed a day too.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
What's that one, Cloud?
Lantern.
I can't recall.
You can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness?
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then heard a bang. Yep. Looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. So, there's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination.
Oh my god.
Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now!
Yes.
Mr. Wright?
Yeah. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin.
Excuse me?
Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. What was that?
It was the night of 20, just after midnight.
Just after midnight, you say?
Oh, yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Parkiki. Ending a point, maybe.
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see, continue.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. He's the judge.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Then I heard a bang. Yep.
And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time?
I heard another bang.
Man woke up by shore, man walked by my window. By your window?
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
Okay, Obsidian. I want to check something real quick. Okay. And could you see the man's face?
Oh, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
That's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this.
And that was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Wait, speak. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
What?
I'm getting heartburn, god dang it.
Oh, shit, right. No, not Google. Gotta see here. J and Lantern Light. Okay, cool. Lantern, are you on Discord? Where's Jay? There's Jay. I'll give him one of the keys real quick here. You sure did, man. If you're not on Discord, I can give it to you over Twitch. It's your call. For the key. Yeah, you're welcome, Jay. You're welcome. So what's the best way of getting it to you real quick here, Lantern? Discord, okay. There you are, okay. And there you go. All right, congratulations, man. Okay, I'm consistent like that. Nice, okay, there we go. All right, back to the game. Okay, you're welcome.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. You could have wiped his prints after he fired.
Really? Let me try another one here real quick. Hold on a second. Maybe I need the wrong one. Just a second. Just a second here. Hold on. Sorry. Where is... Okay, great. He gave me the wrong code. Awesome. That is just awesome. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can try one of these. If none of these work, let me know. Same for you, Jay. If it doesn't work, let me know. I will send him a message and let him know that the codes did not work. I need a new code to give to a person who won it, and I will get that to you ASAP. Let me know if yours work, Jay, please. God damn it. That actually really kind of irks me, because now it makes me look bad. And unreliable. Oh no. That's not Twitch appropriate. Anyway, let's get back to the game.
Could have wiped his prints after he fired.
Shut up, Kia! Okay, alright, good. Then I must have given you the wrong code. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're good. I redeemed it. As long as Jay redeemed it, hopefully things are good.
Knowing the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Judge has lost the thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. Wait, I can't believe he's... What he's... If you were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact.
Jay, good God. Okay, now Jay... Where are you? Try one of those, Jay. Let me know what happens. God damn it. It could also just be a mistake, because he seems the type that hands out a bunch of keys anyway, so... It's the last time I do a giveaway, I think. Good lord.
Show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence? There's nothing I can do. Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
Tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. Who does believe the stand? Of course, there's no reason to further prolong the trial. There is any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused surrendered to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me!
Huh? What? Larry! What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
Oh, the gunshot. Oh, I heard it too.
It's the buts. Order. What's the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night.
Okay, I'll try and get you a key there, Jay.
I was sitting in the audience listening to the testimony. I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
My stupid son. Yeah, let me send him a message and tell him that, yeah. Okay. Send him a message, Jay, so hopefully he'll get back to me and we'll get you a key.
Order, but this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. A while ago, Ladisho, Your Honor. If there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right.
And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh. You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Hmm? Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. But I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
Spoilers.
I see. Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance. Our chance? Oncom has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Yeah, I know it's the last one, but it hasn't been brought up yet, so we'll see about that. Even though one of the bangs wasn't even the gun.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up.
I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance.
Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
I thought I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go no way to go but forward, Nick.
Objection! Hold it!
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't even know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out on the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast is clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
I never found it.
Looking for something?
Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
Mr. Butts!
What the witness was searching for was irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
Around what time was that?
Oh, well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it's around 12 o'clock, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm a sort of human sundial, alright, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
I heard this bang.
Yeah, very true, Steel, very true. Where did the sun come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. Looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I didn't see a boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order, order! Well, Mr. Butts. Oh, well. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. Not sure whether there was a boat there or not.
Doing all these voices give me heartburn, god damn it. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
Objection!
What? God damn it. Fine, we'll press him. But it said 3 shots!
Hold it!
Okay, 1 bang, correct?
Yeah.
Melnick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Oh,
Objection!
there we go. Wait a second, Larry.
What?
You only heard 1 bang? You're sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yeah, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Ooh, Gothic, thank you very much for continuing your gift sub. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure?
I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What? Order! Stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? Also, my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Oh, God. Why? God dang it, man. Oh, that sucks.
Your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor this shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony, and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
I wonder if there are any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve, that's why I was listening to all requests on the radio, see? Like, real booming loud, like.
At high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I sure believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing the charade. Larry Heard. So only be alone on Christmas Eve, that's why I was listening on Chris.
Objection!
Got it. The witness's statement.
I'm not sure I follow.
You should only press them all. Including. God damn it! Fuck. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
No, I can't prove it. I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know?
It's my health bar, Studio. So you turn on the radio.
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Didn't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone!
I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Bus, how loud was your radio set to that night? Listen to it real booming loud, like.
Whoops, Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on.
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, I already... I did, Kia. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us?
Indeed, Mr. Monocomet has a point.
Another question only if you see some reason as to why we should care.
Oh gosh, should we? I don't know what to pick. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Mouse, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot.
So I already pushed the lonely thing. Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Uncover was right. I'm not sure how that helps us at all. Okay, I know. Yeah.
Objection!
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Yes, good.
Oh, what's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when we heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun trigger missed Hart's camera.
15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he had the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Finally! Finally show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Take that!
This is my evidence. The murder weapon?
Something about the pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Okay,
Order! I guess that wouldn't make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you prove the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things.
Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
There we are. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. I only realized top right exact.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, it seems me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes?
Ah! What's wrong, Nick?
I have it!
Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. That's a pretty simple question, Wispy. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright?
the testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
Hard to say. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realize the truth. There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Mark Harmon. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This is shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, Are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Mary! Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond had called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right. It's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man! At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? But where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
It really took place.
Take that!
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection. You have proof that this boat shop was the scene of a crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Haha, the little boat. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Just then, as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned to boat?
The boat shop.
He has a burp.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This is around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. He then got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out in the middle of the lake.
And who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Miss Hart. Next. The murderer waits a bit, then he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Boat shop caretaker, quickly.
Oh, shit.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
I'm having a hard day.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why'd you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said is mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. 7 days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he has something very important to discuss with me.
Something important.
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I asked that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He wasn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Miss Von Collin, your witness has disappeared.
The search warrant has already been issued.
Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I requested the police department to utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Shit.
Don't say a word, Tom.
Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got it out from under that guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else. Even though Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us.
Someone did Kia!
I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean.
Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. Try to smile, like just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I must get this off my chest. I love you. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. He accidentally shot his father? What? What? No, that can't be it. Keep fucking playing. Saki killed Kia. Okay, one of you is telling the truth.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Yeah. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. You know how I like to solve that puzzle, Steel? So you go up to a gate. There's two men standing there. Or you go up to two doors. There's a man standing in front of one man, they're guards. The one on the left says, one of us only tells the truth. The man on the right says, one of us always lies. Behind one of the doors is certain death. How do you figure out the puzzle? You kill one of the men, then ask him, is he dead? Then ask the other one, is he dead? Okay. He's been troubling you recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick.
Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I'd have swooned in the aisles, huh, Maya?
But you... Hey, you know what? That's what... Just you shoot one of the guards and ask the other one, is that man dead? And you get your answer. So swooning? Me? I mean, you're not wrong, just... Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth, it was like love at first sight, right?
Chaotic evil time.
You do you. Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. Or you can just ask, you know, can you see me? Murder simple question. I mean, you just ask, can you see me? One will say yes, one will say no.
I think you can do better than that. Come on, save Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You just fucked up. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Okay, the SM, are you guarding something? Are you guarding a door or whatever? He's behind a hard of seeing.
Well, seriously, Nick. That bookshelf caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But you ain't off the hook yet.
Alright, how the fuck do you solve the puzzle without murder? Educate us, please. Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know?
But... without murder...
Who's sitting edgy seem pretty edgy.
But then they could still be lying.
I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
What if they'd never seen an apple before? This is murder one of them. Nick? I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Yo, he means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick?
Enough with this silent treatment. I still think murdering is the most efficient way to get to the end of that question. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. When you first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, is that when you two were classmates? Edgeworth can still be stabbed, yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Oh yeah! Tom, there you go. Ask one of them, are you dead?
Sorry, I kinda forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. To verify that first, he could be dead inside. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school's really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside.
Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I do remember that.
I can see why you'd forget, though. You're out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I didn't do it.
Guilty, he did it. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Somebody, you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. You're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, no borrowing my right. You shouldn't be allowed to relay race or on the library committee. Get back my 50 cents I loaned you. How did you rob that bank the other day?
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. Oh, I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money has been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles?
He's got a fucking bow tie!
It wasn't you who stole the money, was it?
It's my money, was it? No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why Your Honor. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen!
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up?
Why don't y'all just shut up? It's always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Oh, just think how he feels. So he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
He's broke.
Very well. I'll replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot.
That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Oh, yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see?
It smells. It's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Oh, it keeps on going.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. It's that dumb girl Susan that took it.
Why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I could just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he'd become. That's what I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not. In court. Oh my god, Gothic! The hell? On Karma style? What the hell, Cloud? Kia! Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Oh, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! Nick!
Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Steal.
Right, it very well may be. Right, first there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I know who he is. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. What do we still have? Oh, we still have a lot of shit. Oh, God. Ah, the DL6 murder stuff. Alright. Time to go. Oh, yeah, Grossberg. He's out again. When does he work, anyway? I don't know. Don't be harsh, because I'll have to come back later. Okay.
Gothic.
My god. Did it exist? Oh my god. How do you know, huh? Yes, Cloud, it's missing from before in the game.
Hey, pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? Guess I'm worked up, I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we know who really did it.
Okay. Brooklyn too, yeah, right? You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Some have to catch me a criminal.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Marion! Oh, one other thing. No one could go into the woods today.
The woods? Where Lotta was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
That's fine. I don't know exactly where we're gonna go. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. True. We went big. Yeah, the bot hates me. I know, caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I couldn't throw it anywhere.
Hello. What might you be doing here? Went for a walk, hmm? Ah, the taste of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg? Is not the time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Jesus Christ, Steel! Thanks. Bye. I think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway. Who knows? Nobody's home. Hello! Hello! Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello! Hello! My God. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello! Hello! Maybe you should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Ha! He's going to say he didn't turn his heater on, because he hasn't been back here since the trial. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Trilogy. You think the caretaker would mind? Well, we could just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we'd better not. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228! Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't anybody in there. Aww. But hey, it keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. Oh God. This is just advocated theft. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Oh, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. Exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. What do you think that means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. Who could have written the letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Oh my word. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered they're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Okay. Oh, okay, I don't think there's anything else here. What do I think? Well, the caretaker is the one who did it, but I don't know who's at the head of the whole thing. I mean, I could say Von Karma, but what would he have to gain from that? Could be Grossberg. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why'd you become a prosecutor, anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to become a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
Kia. My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in my father's murder, right?
Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father opening it further. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook.
That'd be Robert Hammond.
Well, that day 15 years ago... we were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. We were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of that murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to the lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Yanni Yogi.
Perfectly, huh? Wink. In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. Just a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding.
Edgeworth, see this letter?
This came out of the safe of the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge. On me? Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant that you got declared guilty or something? No, that's right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Two men. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
Listen, this is your last chance.
Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the DL6 incident.
The DL6 incident?
Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But in case it's found in paper. Never. It's Edgeworth. Well, let's see if Grossberg is around now. Nope. Damn it. Okay. He'll come back today. Last thing I do now. Yeah, right, I forgot to ask him more questiones. That's not what I want. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. Yeah, I know, I'm dumb.
The crank was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled.
Help! I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shoot. You're just using more oxygen.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. I know, right? Maybe it's because of the earthquake. The Courtyard Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation of stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim came past the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? That's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? The murder. I think the time has come to tell you all. To tell all. For the last 13 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Hell, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out!
Don't shout. You'll use it. Oh, don't shout. Use my oxygen.
You're using my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father.
He's dead, father. There's a pistol lying by my feet. It's that day in court of the bailiffs. The days I pick up the pistol.
Get away. Away from my father.
Oh, that scream. I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But it's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. Hey, we can do it, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There's someone who knows about DL6. Grossberg. Now I can go to Grossberg. Ha! Mr. Grossberg.
Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You have trouble.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. Hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder. Well, if that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Hmm?
Well,
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
no. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, BFA.
My sister?
Dr. Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme liar. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. He died in despair, as it were.
I see.
The police called it on the spirit medium. That was your mother, Mr. K.
Thank you. The one who shot me was the bailiff. Yana Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
We can't answer that, Steel, because it's a huge spoiler.
But it happens in the very first case.
Well, second case.
The first case is getting Larry Butts. It's a tutorial one, but...
Yeah,
I can tell you, but it's a huge spoiler.
that's right. Everyone thought she was musing. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? Yes, it is, Steel. It really is.
It's only a possibility, right? But a possibility nonetheless.
Well, let's present a little something, huh? Like a letter?
Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yoda was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
I've never heard of it, Kia. Rashomon. But his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait,
What is it?
this letter. I've seen his handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Really, who wrote this?
Could be Manfred von Karma.
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma, Von Karma.
Haha, Kia.
Right, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports.
Hey, Somber. Oh, right. I forgot to say. Yeah, Studio Blue shows up and I'm totally woefully... I'm so sorry. Somber, did you see your video earlier? I did one for you as well. You guys gotta yell at me when I don't do these.
Welcome to the stream, Studio Blue.
Okay, that is, okay. But that means that the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then?
What does this mean then?
So that's Steel.
Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Surely Von Karma wrote his own, that he would know the truth. He would know that Violent Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Violence Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist.
I have an idea of how to go about.
Maybe he could satisfy a grudge against Gregor Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
15 years ago, Von Karma met Gregor Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscathed, unscarred.
Ooh. It's so good, Steel. You can even get it for the DS, too, you know?
And Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregor Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood.
Faulty evidence? No, it's all and switch. Hey, there you go. Maybe wrong, but I'm sure if you're yeah.
It was the only penalty Von Karma ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregor Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma.
Okay, see you later, Steel. Have a good night, man.
For several months of that, you see.
Vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. It was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Tell me he's never been to Europe? You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Well, Karma's gonna bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
And Cloud, we've been trying to keep spoilers out of the chat for certain characters because people do want to play the game, and even though they're coming in very late to the stream for these guys, they don't want it all to be spoiled because they want some surprise when they play it themselves, so don't do that again, please.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He stayed out late looking for someone. So the detective confused timing the payment for real. Where's he again? Well, no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. He can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes. He just arrived, actually. Karma's in the records room? Nick, let's hurry! It's actually... Just as always. Really here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Question marks. So is that random junk? Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that. It's evidence. A drawer's open. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been Someone must have been looking at it recently. Label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty. What?
What are you doing in here?
Eek! Von Karma!
You! How did you know my name? How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying?
day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth as a defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. I forgot how he looks straight ahead.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
Her Majesty still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second-rate.
Mr. Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? Begrudging as a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? His eyebrows are just lines. The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
He also what? Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard that name called? Heard him called by that name. He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me a lot of needless hassle.
But what? Nick! What is that thing?
A stun gun for self-defense. Usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000?
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter.
No! No!
Oh, what are you?
Nick, run!
Ah! Maya! Out of my way!
Ah!
Yeah, I shouldn't have shown him the letter. I think I had to, though. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. I took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first.
Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter, did he take it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. Why should I have woken up at all? Maya!
There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something.
What is that?
A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Okay, to be continued. Do we continue, or do we call it a night? Because it's almost time to quit. I have work in the morning, too, is the thing. So I don't want to have a super late night. About how much longer would you guys say? Those who have played it, about how much, I know that, but, like, how much longer, though? Almost done. Alright. Let's do it. No, we already saved. That's not funny, Somber, because I will turn it off right now. It's a Judgment Day. Things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. Because, like, even if it's an hour, that's too long for me. Because now that I'm back at work, yeah. Ah! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Yes, kid. Shop hasn't worn off for my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Yeah, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Hope on Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Whoa! What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out.
Whoa! Whoa, yeah, pal! What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How did it go, Detective?
Hi, good.
Have no fear, I promise I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it.
Second.
Here we go. Trial, March Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready. Right, very well.
You can't read now, wow.
We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. Submit decisive evidence.
Okay, fine. Okay, we're gonna save it here. And we're calling it a night. It's only 11:53 p.m., but I gotta get up kind of earlier for work, so...